Hello, my name is Eddie Tofpik. I'm Head of Technical Analysis and Senior Markets Analyst at ADM Investor Services International Limited. Here's your daily technical analysis of foreign exchange markets. I'll start with the euro against the dollar. A new recent low on Friday, but also an indecisive doji cross. However, above all this was how the market had finally reached down and achieved target X at 114.50. This has been the target for the recent July to September bearish cat's ears pattern. The market very much took its own time in getting here, but it finally managed to get there. Below now we have the June 2020 high at 114.22, but that really doesn't look that strong a support. Meanwhile above we have the 50% Fibonacci line of the March of 2020 to January 2021 move at 114.92. All of this, as I've said many weeks now, comes in the shadow of September's monthly key reversal down. Now, looking at the even bigger picture, I think this is now becoming more relevant as well, as we are still nicely moving down in between the upper time, currently 117 even, and the middle time, currently 113.29, of the January to May bearish Andrews pitchfork. This pitchfork has run the whole of 2021's action. Price is now moving down towards the middle time. So far today, well, not really that much. What looks right now like another indecisive spinning top, maybe even an indecisive doji cross, and that's based around Friday's indecisive doji cross. Cable, aka sterling against the US dollar. A new recent low, if only just on Friday, made interestingly, by of all things, a bullish engulfing pattern, if only just there as well. We're now quite close to the middle time below, currently 132.82, of the early September to late October bearish Andrews pitchfork. We're also quite a way below the broken July to date sideways triangle, and we still have the targets down here for this pattern. The initial target X is in the 134.90 area. That's already been achieved twice, whilst the secondary target X1 in the 132.65 area is still below. It is, as I've often stated, a harder target to reach. A couple of final points now. I've droned on interminably about the longer term whole of 2021 double top pattern. That's an Adam and Eve type. I thought it was becoming more obscure as the time moved on and the prices didn't. However, the late September, early October move down, and the last 2 weeks action as well, revitalized this idea, though I'd originally placed enough that I originally placed some potential targets below. There were an initial target X2 in the 133.60 area and a secondary target X3 in the 131.10 area. Well, last Friday we saw target X2, the initial target of this pattern, reached. As you can imagine, target X3, the secondary target, is the harder to reach. So far today, a small move higher, but it has been halted after soon breaking higher over last Friday and Thursday's highs. Such we're almost unchanged. Well, we are basically unchanged on Friday's close. At most, this has so far been a limited follow-on higher to Friday's action. Euro sterling. A bearish engulfing pattern on Friday, not the hardest of patterns to construct after the previous session's indecisive doji cross, though it was quite a large one nevertheless. The move down was eroded and halted by the more or less flatlining medium moving average, currently 85.32, and a short medium moving average, currently 85.23. Meanwhile, the top of the market was capped by the gently descending long moving average, currently 85.75. These floors and cap have been the same now for over a week. Finally, I'd like to say a few words on the reincarnated idea of the June to date expanding broadening wedge pattern. I have been minded to look at the shallower lower trend line based from early August as the new trend line, currently 83.90, for this period, and I am still seriously considering relabeling the chart in maybe a next little while. So far today, a slightly lower open, in between a short medium moving average below and the medium moving average above. Then a test of both, and most recently an attempt to move up and over the medium moving average. US dollar against the Indian rupee. An indecisive doji cross on Friday, just about. The market was supported by the multi-combination, and it is one multi-combination, of the short medium moving average, currently at 74.28, The 50% Fibonacci line, the February to April 2020 move at 74.26. The medium moving average, currently 74.30. And finally, the broken downtrend and trendline combination of the April 2021 to date move, currently at 74.30. Now, this quartet of supports had previously been seen late 2 weeks ago, trying to hold the market up and then failing. Overhead, we now have a new early October to date downtrend, currently at 74.61, which stands along with the overhead 50% Fibonacci line of the April 2020 to February 2021 move at 74.63. Now, going back for a moment to the previously mentioned broken downtrend and trendline combination of the April 2021 to date move, this trendline makes up the large April 2021 to date sideways triangle. This triangle, broken on the top side, originally gave some targets above, which have since been retired due to lack of follow-through higher. I'm now looking to see should I resurrect these targets for this sideways triangle or wait to see if another pattern emerges. So far today, the market is still based on the quartet combination of supports, but not really attempting any move higher towards the downtrend, that is. US dollar against the Brazilian real. An immediate countering bullish harami on Friday. This was prompted by the testing below during the previous session and also failure to close below the two very close together 50% Fibonacci lines. They are the May to June move at 539.28 and the whole of 2021 so far at 538.46. I would be remiss if I didn't mention that I suspect the flatlining long moving average, currently at 536.15, that's just below the pair of 50% Fibonacci lines, also might have played a significant role in this pullback up. The market pulled back up and closed over the rising short medium moving average, currently 543.10, but failed short of testing the overhead middle time, currently 549.23 of the late July to late August bullish shift pitchfork. This pitchfork affords a more shallower bullish angle of attack compared with the recently broken bull channel of early November. All this is in the shadow of the weekly key reversal down from 2 weeks ago. US dollar against the Mexican Peso. A key reversal down and bearish engulfing pattern on Friday. The former was a decent pattern, but the bearish engulfing pattern, well, let's just say it wasn't the hardest of patterns to construct after the previous session's indecisive doji cross. Below, we still have the beginnings of a wide band of dynamic support, stretching currently from 2029.71 down to currently 20.0701. Now, I've highlighted this band before. It's made up from the mess of moving average below, consisting of the rising short medium moving average, currently 2029.71, the long moving average, currently 2019.38, and a medium moving average, currently 2016.61, with below all these the upper trend line of the recent broken descending triangle, currently at 20.0701. I would note that the congestion band is starting to widen out and thus perhaps lose some of its concentrated power. Overall, it still leaves the question open on whether the September to date action is a bullish halfway hesitation or a topping action. It also leaves open, though with perhaps a seeming diminishing chance of success, of achieving target X1 in a 2021 in a 23.5 area. Now, this is the secondary topside target for the June to date descending triangle, one usually hard to reach. Now, we've already reached the primary target X in the 20.8920 area. All the recent actions should be seen in the shadow of the weekly key reversal down made 3 weeks ago. So far today, a small, very small follow-on lower right now. Thank you for listening. This short version broadcast gives you essential market patterns and consequences. Please be aware of the risk disclaimer posted with this broadcast. Copyright is Tofpik and ADM Investors Services International Limited. And here comes the final bit.